Good afternoon. Today we're making raisin bread, or not raisin bread, cinnamon bread. I was gonna say cinnamon raisin bread, but I decided to leave the raisins out. So we're making cinnamon bread. Now I started with the dough, the same basic dough that I made the other day when I made the peasant loaf, and it has already risen. Now what we're gonna do is we're gonna smash it out flat and fill it with cinnamon and butter and a little bit of sugar. And then I'm using, as you can see, the silicone baking mat, just so it won't be on the counter. I needed something that it won't stick to. I put down a little bit of flour, and now we're going to turn this out and we're going to press it. We could roll it, but you know, I have more fun in my kitchen when I get my hands into it. Plus, this way you can really press out any bubbles that show up so that you don't end up with as many holes in your bread. Like for this, you don't want that many holes in your bread. Now, when I bake it, I'm going to bake it in my Ultra Pro loaf pan. So we want it just about long enough for that. But what we're going to do, I have melted half a stick of butter. Let me see here where I put it. My hand's getting a little sticky. Just a second. All right. Press it out. Doesn't have to be perfect. It's going to get rolled back up anyway. All righty then. Now then. Stretch it with our hands just a little. I do this with my pizza crust too when I make it. All righty then. It's just a nice basic dough to have. You can do so much with it. So here we go. Now I'm going to pour my melted butter along here, and I'm going to rub it in. I'm going to leave a little bit so I can put it on the top. Right now I just want it in here so that as you can tell, the oven just came up to temperature. We preheated our oven to 350 degrees. And what we're going to do now, I'm going to wipe my hands off a little bit because I don't want butter all over me. Here we go. Now in here I mixed about a quarter cup of cinnamon with a quarter cup of sugar and maybe a teaspoon of cardamom, because I like the way that cardamom balances out the cinnamon. And I'm just going to start to sprinkle it, just a little. You don't have to use all of it. I just wanted to make sure I had plenty. I can always put it in one of my Tupperware spice shakers to save, to put on cinnamon toast or anything like that. Okay. Let's get it all in there good. Now, alrighty then. I'm going to do about like that. Come on. Just want to make sure there's plenty, and I'm going to kind of spread it out evenly. So it all gets good and distributed. That way it's going to be equal whenever we go to slice it up after it's baked. Okay? Now, we're going to begin to roll. Just roll it on up. Just roll it on up. And you're going to tuck it like this, okay? And mash it down. All right, now then, let me get the lid off of here. Oops, my hands are dirty. I don't want to get everything dirty. Okay, now I'm going to, I probably don't have to, but I'm going to go ahead and rub a little bit of this butter in the pan just to ensure that it comes loose and gets nice and brown. But let me kind of get a little paper towel here and kind of smear it around in there. I want to make sure it comes out clean when it's all baked up. And I've been enjoying this week, this baking week, National Baking Week, and it's been cold weather, so getting to turn on that oven and bake has been nice. That's one of my favorite parts of fall. All right, as you can see, we have this all ready, and we're going to put it in our pan and kind of smush him down a little bit. Now, I'm probably going to let him sit and rest for about maybe 15 minutes or so, and then I'm going to go ahead and stick him in the oven. And I will be back to show you when he comes out of the oven. Stay tuned. Okay, we're back. The bread has finished baking, and now we're going to take it out. Can you see? Isn't that lovely? Now I'm going to put this on this rack so that it'll cool faster. I'll go ahead and dump this out. Oh yes, that is a nice loaf right there. Nice and cinnamony. When it cools off, I'll slice it up, take some pictures, and post them so that you can see how it looked. But that's how you make cinnamon bread. Happy National Baking Week. Talk to you later. Bye.